one A player is 900 to 1200% more productive than a warm body on your team. But that requires that A player has been hired for a specific role with clearly defined results. Their strengths align with the results that they're responsible for delivering day in and day out. And you are mentoring them and developing that A player so that they continue to add value into the business. You work hard in your business. On the Profit by Design podcast, we ask the big question. What has your business done for you lately? Hi, I'm Dr. Sabrina Starling. I'm the business psychologist, the author of the 4-Week Vacation and the How to Hire the Best series, as well as the founder of Tap the Potential, where we coach entrepreneurs like you to design sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. Because after all, we believe work supports life, not the other way around. Weekly on the Profit by Design podcast, we bring you tips, tools, and strategies from our own experiences and from the experiences of our guests who are entrepreneurial thought leaders and real life entrepreneurs, all to support you in making intentionally profitable and sustainable business decisions to live the lifestyle you desire. Hey there, welcome to the Profit by Design podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Sabrina Starling, the president and founder of Tap the Potential, where we support entrepreneurs in taking their lives back from their business. And one of the things that we do at Tap the Potential particularly well is we help you explode your profitable revenue. Profitable revenue is different than regular revenue, and it's something that you really want to understand as a business owner. And today I want to walk you through how to use the Tap the Potential solution, which is featured in full detail in my book, The 4-Week Vacation. And it's also what we use in our Better Business, Better Life program with our clients. So I want to walk you through how you can explode your profitable revenue. There's a lot of strategy involved in doing that. And that's what we are really good at supporting our clients with in our Better Business, Better Life program. So today I'm going to give you a high-level overview, but I also want you to know if you want to have an in-depth walkthrough on this, I'm doing that in our upcoming Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart that happens on May 15th. So go ahead and get registered for the Jumpstart. And then listen to today's podcast. It'll get you in a good spot to come into the Jumpstart and really benefit from the learning there. So the Jumpstart is a week-long workshop. We meet once a day for 5 days. You meet with the Tap the Potential team, and I walk you through the Tap the Potential solution in detail. And this is really the strategy that we use to help our clients increase their profits, so more money in their bank account than ever, and more time for what matters most. And that's the beauty of really focusing your business around profitable revenue is you will have more money in your bank account than you've ever had before. And it frees up your time, which is how we help our clients at Tap the Potential achieve the results that we get. So just to give you examples of real life client results that we've helped achieve recently, we have one client who doubled monthly revenue within 90 days of joining our Better Business, Better Life program. We have another who doubled their revenue in 12 months' time, and then another who experienced 300%, so 3x growth in revenue in 12 months' time. Along with this, because we focus on increasing profitable revenue and not just increasing revenue, we also have clients who have more owner's pay and more profit than they've ever had before, i.e. more money in your bank account than you've ever had before. So we have a client who doubled their owner's pay in 8 months' time while they increased their profitable revenue. Another doubled their owner's pay in 12 months' time. And then we have another who experienced a 462% increase in profit in 1 year's time. So revenue went up and profit quadrupled in 1 year's time. And that's what happens when you're strategic in focusing on increasing profitable revenue. So if you're not registered for the Jumpstart, head on over to tapthepotential.com/jumpstart, because that's where you're going to get the full deep dive into this. And today, as we kind of go through an overview of what's involved in increasing profitable revenue, it's important to know that this is revenue that generates a profit for your business after you're considering all the costs associated with producing and delivering your product or service. So it's not just about increasing total revenue. And there are a lot of business coaches out there that focus on just increasing revenue. And that's really dangerous, because if you're focusing on just increasing revenue, you could actually be trying really hard to bring in sales that cost you more to deliver your product or service than you're actually making. And that's just money leaking out the back door of your business. And so everything that we teach you with the Tap the Potential solution is around making sure that the revenue that comes into your business is profitable revenue. So the key to having profitable revenue in your business is to focus your business around high margin products or services, efficient cost management, and building a loyal customer base. And then there's a fourth component, and that's optimizing your payroll. Now, some may say, well, that falls under efficient cost management. To some extent it does, but because payroll is the biggest expense in your business outside of rent, if you don't have good leadership yourself, and you don't have strategy involved in hiring A players and getting them in the right seats, giving them specific results to focus on that tie back to the sweet spot. If you don't have all of that in place in your business, you have a lot of money leaking out the back door of your business, undermining your profitability. So at Tap the Potential, we really specialize in helping you develop your own leadership, because that's where it all starts. It starts with you. And then learning strategy around how to optimize your payroll. And that means really looking at getting A players on your team and treating them as investments in your business, because they truly are. One A player is 900 to 1200% more productive than a warm body on your team. But that requires that A player has been hired for a specific role with clearly defined results. Their strengths align with the results that they're responsible for delivering day in and day out. And you are mentoring them and developing that A player so that they continue to add value into the business. So all of that is very complex, but that is a key piece of the Tap the Potential solution. It's step 4, build your lean and mighty team. So let me back up a little bit and talk some about the components of the Tap the Potential solution and how every step in the Tap the Potential solution is designed to help you tap your profit potential, because that's what we do at Tap the Potential. We help you tap your profit potential. So step 1 in the Tap the Potential solution is to design your business to be sustainably profitable. That means put profit first in place in your business, identify your target allocation percentages for the revenue range that you're in so you know what to aim for. And this immediately gives you parameters. It gives you an operating expense budget. It gives you an opportunity to identify at what level of real revenue you will achieve a certain amount of owner's pay that's important to you to achieve, and a certain level of profitability. So that's what I love about Profit First, is it gives us guidelines and parameters for running our businesses. And so once we know where the operating expenses should be in the business, now we've got to work on making that business as efficient as possible. And that's the key for you. Everything in the Tap the Potential solution is about driving efficiency in the business while we create a business you love, meaning that you get to work with clients and customers you love and team members that you love. So we're driving efficiency and creating a business that you love all at the same time. And so after we have Profit First in place, in my experience, I was the very first Profit First professional. So I've been helping business owners put Profit First in place in their business for many years. And I think there's a misperception when you read Profit First, you come away with the idea that it's all about cutting expenses. That's a great place to start when you implement Profit First, is what expenses don't you need that you're not using to run the business that are kind of extraneous? Absolutely, those should be cut first. But in my experience, we cannot get a business to the target allocation percentages in Profit First without strategy. So cutting expenses, first round is the miscellaneous stuff that you're not really using in business, can totally be cut. The next round of expense cutting has to be done with an awareness of what is the sweet spot of the business. So step 2 in the Tap the Potential solution is to niche down with a clearly defined sweet spot. So that is the intersection of your best clients and customers, understanding what it is that you do for them that they value the most, aligning it with your strengths, and putting systems in place around it. So the beauty of niching down with a clearly defined sweet spot is that it really puts your business on a diet. Because most of the time when we start our businesses, we are desperate to get sales coming in the door. So we say yes to every client and customer who has a need that is loosely aligned with what we do. And this creates over time an overweight business that becomes very inefficient. And so when we niche your business down with a clearly defined sweet spot, we use the 80-20 principle. And so my favorite part of the 80-20 principle is that 20% of your clients and customers are responsible for 80% of the revenue. That's wonderful because now you have 20% that you can focus on. But what the converse of this is that 80% of your clients are only responsible for 20% of your revenue. And so when we understand that 80% of clients are only responsible for 20% of the revenue, all of a sudden we realize that we have a lot of clients and customers that are contributing only a very small amount to our overall revenue picture. And those clients and customers, many of them are going to be the PITA clients and customers, the pain in the assets. And they take a lot of time. They have complaints. There's rework involved. So that's where the profit really leaks out. And so if you have 80% of your clients and customers leaking profit out of your business, potentially. And I'm not saying that all 80% would be doing that, but a good portion of them will be. And then you have a capacity issue and you feel like we're so busy, we must need to hire. So then you go and hire people to take care of this 80% that aren't profitable. Now you've added a huge expense in your business when you're adding to your payroll. And so this is why businesses that have been in existence for many years that we work with at Tap the Potential, we put them on a diet when they come in with us because there's a lot of ways to simplify the business that immediately increase the profitable revenue in the business. So we look at, let's really get targeted around the most profitable clients and services and products, figure out where the margin is and get that in place as the sweet spot in the business. And then we support you in interviewing your top clients and customers to understand how they see the value of what you're providing. So it's not about how you see the value of what you provide, it's how they see it. And we get their words, and we use that information to help you refine your marketing strategy. So that's another place where we really support you in saving money in the business. Because once you have a clearly defined sweet spot and you understand what you're doing that your top clients value the most, and you build your marketing around that, now you are positioned to explode the profitable revenue in the business, to increase your sales with clients and customers that are going to be more profitable for you to work with around your highest margin products or services. And then we go into step 3 in the Tap the Potential solution, which is innovation. So now that we've niched down your business, you're not as busy, you have your time is freed up. You usually fall back in love with your business at this point because you're dealing with really wonderful clients and customers. You're not as busy, you have a life. So the pressure's starting to come off. And then your creativity is going to start to flow, and you're going to see ways that you can innovate and serve your top clients better and better. Your team will see those ways too. And so the innovation becomes really important because that's how you keep yourself differentiated from your competition and get away from price pressure. And so when you have a cleared sweet spot and you're adding value and you're innovating around that sweet spot, you will be able to charge more for what you're doing for your clients and customers, and they will experience the value. And so I always say, aim for creating a 3-to-1 return on investment for your clients and customers so that you're providing so much value to them. They're feeling like, this is a great deal. I'm happy to pay these higher prices because look at all the things that come along with it and the way that they're serving me. And that becomes important because then we go into step 4 of the Tap the Potential solution, which is to build your lean and mighty team. And that is where everything that we do at Tap the Potential around understanding the psychology of human beings and leadership in a small business really comes together because we support you in our Better Business, Better Life program in becoming a better leader. You learn how to think strategically about the business, and you learn how to communicate and inspire and motivate your team based around who you are, your personal strengths. So we're not looking at changing you or telling you that you have to learn a whole lot of new things. We're really looking at, let's pull out the best of who you are and show you how to use that as a leader in the business and how to hire others in the business to complement your strengths and support you in areas where you're weak. And that's how we start building out that lean and mighty team. And when you're bringing A players in, and of course, we teach you how to hire the best at Tap the Potential. I wrote a whole series around how to hire the best because it's so important for you as a small business owner to know how to hire A players. It's not hard, and there's some specific strategy involved in that, especially as you understand the psychology of A players and you start positioning yourself as an employer of choice to attract those A players to your team. I teach you all about that in the How to Hire the Best course. So that's a key piece of the Tap the Potential solution because you will create a lot of efficiency through investing in your A players, managing your payroll, putting controls in place on your payroll so that as you're growing and you're increasing the operating expenses, which typically happens as you grow, we want to make sure that the payroll doesn't creep up there and start eating away at your owner's pay and profit. So we help you put controls in place around your payroll. And then we help you optimize that. And we show you how to get the most out of your A players by teaching you that you want to have clearly defined results that they're delivering that relate to the sweet spot of the business, that clearly improve the business's profitability. And those A players know the results they're responsible for. And we teach you how to hold them accountable to achieve those results. So this all works together to explode the profitable revenue in your business. So today's episode has just been a brief overview of all the pieces and how they work together in the Tap the Potential solution. Come to our Jumpstart because each day I'm focusing on one aspect of the Tap the Potential solution and going in depth with you on that strategy. So the Jumpstart starts May 15th. We're together 1 hour each day for 5 days over the course of the week. By the time you get to Friday of the Jumpstart week, your whole mindset about your business has shifted and you really start to see, oh my gosh, I have so much potential in my business that I need to tap into. So head on over to tapthepotential.com/jumpstart, get yourself registered, block the times on your calendar, and the team and I cannot wait to support you in putting the strategy in place to explode your profitable revenue. We'll see you there. Bye for now. Thank you for spending time with me today. Join me in our Tap the Potential Mighty Networks community at tapthepotential.com/group. Share your aha moments from today's episode, ask me questions, and join in on the fun with your fellow entrepreneurs on the journey to designing sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. Isn't it time you take your life back? And finally, share today's episode with a friend if you know a friend who would enjoy it. This is real life business. Keep your chin up, keep moving forward. You got this.